You just wrote a great topic sentence that connects well to your thesis. It is clear and specific, and it's interesting. Now what? Do we really need to add more details and examples? Will my reader really not understand my point unless I write lots of details and examples? Imagine that you and a friend are planning a trip to Paris, France, that will take 2 weeks, and you are both really excited. You both agree that you will plan everything for the first week, and your friend will plan everything for the second week. For the first week, you make a very detailed plan of how you are going to travel, where you are going to stay, where you will go sightseeing, what activities you will do, what you will eat, and you calculate how much it will all cost. As a result, you are able to experience many interesting things, and you don't spend too much money either. However, on the first day of the second week, your friend announces, "I don't really have a plan. I thought we could wing it. Maybe we could go to the museum today." Now, the museum is a great idea, but your friend didn't plan how to get there, so you take a taxi. They also didn't research how much the museum would cost, so you spend more than you expected. They also didn't research the best places to stay or eat, and so before the end of the second week, all your travel money has been spent. And honestly, because your friend didn't take the time to make a detailed plan in advance, the second week was a bad experience and even felt like a waste of time. Similarly, a body paragraph that is lacking organization in details and examples is a poorly written paragraph. In this example, it's obvious that if your friend had spent more time planning, it would have helped you focus on things you really wanted to do, and of course, not wasted your time and money on irrelevant activities. Likewise, a paragraph that is lacking in important details or has irrelevant examples can seem like a waste of your reader's time, and even a waste of your time as the writer, especially if you expect them to fully appreciate what you've written. Why are paragraph details and examples so important for basic academic writing? Here are just a few reasons. Provide evidence. Academic writing should provide evidence for any claims that you are making. Even if the topic sentence contains a fact, not all facts are common knowledge. For example, the Eiffel Tower expands and grows as much as 6 inches taller on warm days. In your paragraph details, you could obviously explain the scientific effects of thermal expansion on the metal frame of the Eiffel Tower. Communicate significance. Even a very good topic sentence alone usually fails to fully communicate the significance of your subject. For example, the motto of France is Liberté, Égalité, and Fraternité. Once again, that's a nice fact, but what's so special about that fact? If the writer shared some details about the French Revolution in the body paragraph, this motto would become a lot more significant and meaningful for the reader. Support theories. Academic writing isn't always about presenting facts. Often, authors will write about ideas that are not yet proven, or theories which they are attempting to prove. When the topic itself is still a theory, the details include what facts and what explanations could prove that a theory is correct. For example, the most popular theory about the identity of the Mona Lisa is that she was an Italian woman named Lisa Gherardini, and she was the wife of Francesco del Giocondo. Since there is some debate over the identity of the woman who modeled for the Mona Lisa, the details could explain why Lisa Gherardini is the most popular theory. Increase perspective. One of the goals of academic writing is to challenge bias and increase perspective. The writer's point of view is not the only viewpoint that matters. For example, even though hundreds of millions of tourists want to see the Eiffel Tower in Paris and view it as a wonderful sightseeing destination, did you know that when construction of the tower started, many Parisians were strongly against construction of the Eiffel Tower? In fact, many famous artists signed their names to a petition demanding that work on the tower stop because it would destroy the artistic beauty of the city of Paris. They called it a useless and monstrous Eiffel Tower, ugly, a gigantic black factory chimney, a dark ink stain, and an odious column of bolted metal that even the commercial Americans didn't want. Even if they left the Americans out of it, those are pretty strong words. Add descriptive and narrative details. Even academic writing has some place for descriptive imagery and narrative details. For example, Paris is known as the City of Lights. That may be a fact, but how do you expect your reader to visualize that or appreciate the historical significance? You could give a detailed description of some city landmarks at night to help your reader visualize, or you could even narrate some historical information about Paris's role in the Age of Enlightenment to help your reader understand why Paris is known as the City of Lights. Add authority. Perhaps the most important function of academic writing is to share research. Even if well written, an author's point of view is not going to be taken very seriously unless it can be supported with authoritative research. If you are relying on research that has been done by other scholars, your details and examples could include citing the researched information that supports your point of view. If you are reporting about your own research, your details would naturally describe the processes that you used in order to reach your conclusions. Citing research or describing your own research adds authority to your writing because your reader can see that your reasoning is based on controlled, researched outcomes and not just based on your opinion. It's been said that indecision is the greatest culprit of bad writing. Just like failing to plan and not deciding on a detailed itinerary could ruin a vacation to even a wonderful place like Paris, failing to include supportive details and relevant examples in your body paragraphs could ruin the reading experience for your reader. Of course, without supporting details and examples, most readers could understand the main idea, but as you think about what details to include, you should ask yourself, am I providing enough evidence for any claims that I am making? Will my reader understand the importance of my subject? Will they understand the reasons for my theories or opinions? How can my writing increase their perspective about other points of view? What details and examples can I include that will help my reader visualize the background setting or understand the sequence and significance of important events? Am I including enough researched information to show my reader that I'm not just making this up? Will they see the evidence and the research that led to my conclusions? If you ask yourself these types of questions and try to answer these questions through interesting details and examples, your writing will be much more meaningful for you and your readers.